And welcome back to Community Focus. Glad you could join us today. You know, one of the ways you can identify the vibrancy, basically, of a community is primarily through the Chamber of Commerce. I've worked all over the state in different capacities, and one of the things you check when you go to a community is the Chamber of Commerce. Some are pretty strong, some, well, not so strong. But in Nelson County, Bardstown, we've got a pretty strong Chamber of Commerce, and one of the biggest reasons it's a big, strong Chamber of Commerce is Executive Director Dorothy White. And Dorothy, before we even get started, I just want to say, well, you've done a fantastic job at the Chamber. There's no question about that.
Well, thank you very much, Kenny. I really appreciate that. We work really hard at it. I got a great team that works with us. Jan Ballard and Debbie Sneed, both of them are just excellent. I couldn't ask for any better people to work with, and unless it was family. But, you know, just they're so fun to work with, and they always, every person that walks in that door gets a smile, and they're very helpful. They'll ask them, you know, what they need, and we've had a lot of people in for Christmas, a lot of people picking up gift certificates, and this year with our gift certificate program, we're going to hit $400,000 kept in Nelson County over the past 15 years because of all the gift certificates that we've sold. So thank you very much if you're one of the people that knows about that program. If you were in with the winners that we just gave out another $1,000 last week, and then we had the policemen driving around in the police cars stopping people and giving them gift certificates. We try to have fun with every program that we do, and I think that's what really helps the Chamber too.
Well, before we get into it, we got to talk about a few events that's coming up. But before we get in, I want to talk a little bit about what is the Chamber of Commerce. I mean, it's how many members do you have right now?
We have between 450 and 500. This is the end of the year, so we're waiting for people to re-up and come back in. But we usually have between that number, and for a community this size, that's really incredible. Of course, we would like more. If you've got a business that you would like to, have
Why
us
would
join the
anybody
Chamber.
want to join the Chamber? What advantages would it
Funny
be?
you should ask. Only because we had a member come in last week, and she came in. She's from Louisville. She's doing business in our community, and it was the day we were doing the board visits. So Anthony and I sat and met with her, and I just said, explain to Anthony why you felt it was important to join the Chamber here. And she said, if you're going to do business in Nelson County, you have to be a member of the Chamber. And I just kind of laughed, and I said, I know that, but I explained to him why it's important. And she said, well, every event that goes on, the Chamber is a part of in some way, shape, or manner, be a part of economic development, through Kim Houston and her group, or through tourism with Dawn, or through our Bourbon Festival, or our downtown association with Samantha. We all partner together to make sure that this is a vibrant community, to make sure that people feel very welcome coming here. But the biggest thing is that Nelson County and Bardstown is a wonderful place to live and work, and we want people to value that.
Well, there's a lot of interaction. Obviously, you have 3 or 4 events that you have every month. I mean, obviously, you talk about the 501s, the Chamber luncheons, the Women's Council, but you also have other events coming up that are one of a kind, and I think you got one of those coming up here later this month as well. We
do, and we're very excited about that at the end of January each year. And I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully Gary can get some pictures of it soon. But this is the Bardstown-Nelson County Chamber, and that's our downtown shot by Kip McGinnis, and we really like this part of it. The cool thing about that, LG&E is going to be our sponsor this year, so we not only took our scene of Bardstown, but we turned the lights on. We thought that was kind of a unique concept, and next year, thanks to Tanya Seabrooks, came up with our theme, Cities That Shine. And so naturally, all of our cities shine, so we've got Bardstown, Bloomfield, Fairfield, and New Haven that will all be listed in that, and we'll have a wonderful event. That's Thursday, January the 29th at 6 p.m. It's going to be at the Great Hall at the State Park, and we're all looking forward to that event. And one thing we do at that event, Kenny, is honor our new Chamber members that have been elected to our Board of Directors. And we do have some new members this year. And first of all, we want to congratulate you, Kenny, for running and being with the United Way as a representative. And that's another thing, too. We welcome all organizations that would like to become part of the Chamber. We think it's key for them because it connects them with so many other businesses. So that's a really good thing. We have Bobby Harned, who works with the Flagey Cancer Center. We have Dr. Leslie Cecil, who has Cecil Eye Care. Then we have Debbie Abels, who has Simply Put Newspaper, and then Cindy Hutchins, who has Wimsett and Company, which is a credit card processing company. So we welcome all of them, and they'll all be at our annual awards banquet. We also give away our Man of the Year award, our Woman of the Year award, and a Hall of Fame award. So we're looking forward to that as well.
I think it's going to be an exciting time. I'm looking
It
forward.
is.
I'm looking
It is.
forward
It's a
to
lot
it
of
as
fun.
well. So again, you've got a lot of other things going on as well. As mentioned, the 501s. It's just a small get together. People get together, but it's great to socialize with other people. It's people you don't normally get a chance to see sometime, and many times you find out you've got either something in common or maybe you can help each other out in your own businesses. And that's one of the things I really like about it.
It is. And it's that networking opportunity that you might not get any other way. You meet with people that are either presidents of companies or HR people, a lot of folks that you can't just by knocking on the door, you can't always get it in their office. So kind of a nice way to meet them that way. And then also another big value that we feel the Chamber does, we welcome every new business into our community, and we do a ribbon cutting. And usually that's the first thing we do, and a lot of times folks will say, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, I always encourage them to do that because
it's free publicity, first of all.
It's free publicity, and not only that, get your picture in the paper, let folks know you're here and you're serious about doing business. I think that's the biggest thing it says. You're not just here, you're going to try it out and see if this business works. You're here, you've made a commitment, and you're going to do business here in Bardstown and Nelson County.
Well, and I'll echo what the lady said to Anthony earlier. You know, it's the way to do business, and you don't have to do it that way. It's not the only, but it's the best way. I mean,
it's the easiest way.
Well, it's the easiest way because you
you
stay in contact. And I'll be honest with you, I use the little chamber directory more than I use my phone book because if I want to find out somebody, if I want to find out what's going on in Nelson County, the people that are doing business are in the chamber directory. So I mean, it's more so. Phone books are sort of becoming a thing of the past anyway. So if you want to get in the chamber, you had the directory to look at, and it has nice pictures.
It has nice pictures, and it also goes over every single event that we do throughout the year. In fact, Jonathan Ray with GBA Business Solutions is just as we speak in the process of putting that together for us, and it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to have all the names and all the contact people. Those people are very valuable to know. And then also, it just goes over the different events that we do have throughout the year. Gives you a little inclination. Our Young Leaders program that Jan Ballard handles for us, I can't say enough good things about that. It's 30 different students from the 4 different high schools. And when they meet once a month, I mean, I'll tell you, she puts them through their paces. One thing we were chatting about the other day is Career Day. With this work-ready community, it works perfectly with that, and we're working with the school systems to put that together for work-ready. And what that means, that work-ready certification is very nice to earn through Nelson County, but the next step is to implement it through all the school systems. So what they do is they're earning a certification that when they walk into an employer and show them that certificate, it means that they have accomplished everything that's required through that process.
Well, Channel 6, obviously, we air throughout the several counties, and not just Nelson County. So you don't have to be a Nelson County business to be in the chamber. I mean, but
not at all.
But I mean, if you're going to do business here, that'd be the smart thing to do. So if somebody wanted to join the chamber or get more information, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they can either get through us through our telephone is 502-348-9545, or they can get online at www.bardstownchamber.com, and that'll go directly to our chamber website, our award-winning chamber website through the Kentucky State Chamber. In fact, I had another chamber come in a week or so ago from Paris, Kentucky. And I said Paris, and my daughter got excited. I said Paris, Kentucky. But from Bourbon County, we were thrilled to have them in. And they asked us, again, what makes it tick? What makes Nelson County work when in some communities, they really struggle? And I said, I think one of the biggest things is that we do all work together to make it be successful. But I think the other thing is you have to look at what you have locally and then, play upon your strengths. And everything that you feel is valuable, someone coming in new to the community is probably going to feel the same way. So that's what we try to do, is connect the dots.
And you always got new members coming on board. I see you got some coming on board right now, and still welcoming more.
Okay, let's welcome those new members. Joetta Marie's with Mary Jo Nally. She's right downtown. And then Maywood U. Stort is right out here where we're located. Mattingly Security is a new security company. And then Family Karate Center, Craig Mattingly. And that's right next to the Kentucky Home Bank, right across the street, just down from BJ's. So it's real convenient to get there. Another thing I want to mention, that these are the 2 most valuable things I think that that our chamber has is our ambassador program. That's really key to being successful, and we invite members to join that. We have right now about 15 to 17 members that serve as our ambassador committee. They go out once a month with us and we just have lunch and talk about the new businesses that are coming into town, what's going on, that kind of thing. But then throughout that month, we'll have different ribbon cuttings at different businesses. They also follow up with the new members and make sure that they feel welcome, and if there's anything they can do. And I know I've had members before go right to the new business, pick them up at the door, and take them to the next event. So make sure they get there.
Well, looking forward to a new year. And Dorothy, we do appreciate you coming in here. And BardstownChamber.com. Please go to that. And again, that's just about everything's in your directory is also on there as far as just trying to find out people's businesses, emails, and things of that nature. I've used that quite a bit as well. Yeah. So, Dorothy, do appreciate you coming in here. And we're looking forward to a great year with the Chamber.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you tuning in, and stick around. A lot more to come here on Community Focus.